Da, 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 bum, 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 bum. Now then. This has worked rather well so far. I managed to earn 10 for once. Such a satisfying little feeling, isn't it? Well, to be fair, almost on time. Did get ahead to grind myself some beans for my coffee, which threw me off by like, well, not that long actually. Around about 10 minutes, I guess. And I still had some, so it was just a small amount for just, finishing off the amount I need for a nice full cup of coffee. Somewhere on the weekend I will actually have to do more, but that's for future me to worry himself about, isn't it? Where did I put the fucking pin? Here it is. I do love search functions, very much so. They have probably saved me more time than I'm happy to admit, actually. Now then. Now then, since we have such nice weather outside, we're gonna play something. Roop. Actually, it's rather fitting. To be fair, right now, rain and storm is more of a problem than actual coldness, but I don't know what you say. That we don't indulge when we can. I do need to create a bit of space because I'm still kind of set up in work mode, which means chaos, usually. Now, I want to play the last autumn scenario in Frostpunk again because I kind of like that it looks very different from the original one, and well, I do have some prior experience in failing horribly. There's that. Also, let me say like this. Whenever we have bad weather like this, where it's really stormy and stuff, my internet is not the most stable one. Interesting enough, ever since they started doing the whole upgrade to less fiber around, basically everywhere around apart from here, the older lines seem to have been in some, well, state of dismaintenance, let's say. So it feels at least, because it has been rather finicky. Well, there's some, people have also suspected that maybe someone, out of pure spite, did dig up a few of the lines and put some easily catching the wind device on it, like, for example, a parachute or something. And whenever the wind blows into it very hard, it pulls the line, and the line goes like, whoop, going to fail now. Such horrible things have been said, and many complaints were made to the company. But they're still better than their competitioner, interestingly enough. The guys I had before. Interesting how that works, isn't it? So, it might be one of those where it cuts off, and so playing a game where I can immediately save whenever I want and continue from there seems rather fitting, all things considered. Now then, without much further ado, we're gonna play... Oh, well, try it again. I do kinda need to play around with my setting. And do like it. Remember to plan ahead. Yeah. Game, you don't know me well, do you? Planning ahead, as proven by the last try we had, is not my strong suit. Well, but then again, we're gonna play and see how this works. I mean, we do have some things, and I kinda remember a few things that I learned along the way.
Personal Journal of Euphemia McLaughlin.
Yeah, I know. Your name sucks. I remember you. You're also gonna like, the climate's changing, we're all gonna die. Yes, at some point we're all gonna die. It much is the absolute truth of the matter. Wishing it's rather speculative, isn't it? The last autumn, we crossed the rough northern seas to reach Site 113 again. Hopefully not getting fired this time. Where we are to build the greatest marvel of technology, a generator. You're like a few hundred years too late to claim that as the greatest marvel of technology, but I guess that your generator does look kinda snazzy, doesn't it? Your crew, lured by the promise of steady job and eager to leave the work riots and red queues behind, are somewhat taken aback at the sight of the desolate landscape surrounding the site. They were told not to ask for details, but there's no turning back now. There's no consensus why this contract has such a high priority, considering the deteriorating situation of the Empire, but your superiors are clear. This is the most important job of your life. Queen! Yes, it's Queenie again, the same one probably from Anna, who is like, bitching like Corona, murderer, me. I'm not running away from my problems, taking a nice vacation overseas, no. encountering them head on by fleeing the country. Such a bitch, isn't she? Now, I do remember that we need to get the port pretty much ASAP because, well, we're fucked otherwise. Putting it mildly. But the first resource we need a lot of is wood. Okay. So first things first, my people collect wood. Secondly, my people are homeless, which is not good. Where are all living quarters going to be? Can I need that space for the harbor? So let's this time actually build it like this. Okay, can this not... Can really not align this right, can I? And then we need some wood to build them. Because I kind of want to build like 3 high and then have some of the buildings in between. So that we can actually get some shit well done. Then we're probably going to build the actual work facilities down here. And then we're going to start research immediately. Book of Laws. Eating will cause discount. Numerous healthy meal. Eating hearty meals will increase motivation every day. That seems a lot more useful than I would like to admit, actually. Because I do remember that discontent and lack of motivation has pretty easily become one of the major problems. Remember that much, at least. Yeah, it costs like 7 wood. Okay. I do kind of need to take it a bit different from what I did before, because, well, we kind of got ourselves fucked up most brutally for our own misunderstanding of the situation. Still have workers available, so I guess it's a good idea to actually send them out and do shit. No reason to have them sit around, basically. But the main question I have now is how much space do I actually want to give them for the buildings in between. I do kind of need the area here. Actually, you know, building with a nice little seaside would probably be neat. First steps, employees, what is it? Oh, steam cores. Yeah, those should be collected immediately. Right, you actually start a few steam cores available to you. And then you can start shipping shit in. I do remember somewhat. Also, not only is the weather one of the factors that play into why we're playing this particular game again. Of course not, I'm not just that lazy. Which sometimes I am, but not always. In this case, actually, it was because on the... what was I? Oh yeah, on the YouTube side of things, there was actually somebody commenting on the last Frostpunk video going like, oh, I missed it, I don't like it. And I did kind of say that I would probably do more of it in the future. That's quite literally why I'm doing this. I mean, why not? I do kind of need to leave some space in there, don't I? I mean, we're never ever going to get all of the houses anyway. I want to build this in now. Wait, why can you actually align perfectly while the other ones could not? This sucks. I mean, I'm happy, somewhat. Now, if we leave this space in the middle between, we can build like bathhouses and all of the nonsense and public housing and cooking stations and stuff. Although, to be fair, with stuff like the cooking station, technically that's a worker building and I would like to have, you know, my little work quarters, basically. But, I also kind of need it for survival, aren't they? Also ripped them all line perfectly. That's great. Now, since we don't really have to care about the weather overly much for the get-go, from the get-go is probably a better way of saying it. Once again, 7 wood. Yes, when language eludes you most profoundly because it is a bit of a bitch. Now, we have that. Okay, what else can we get? Health. A medical post. Who cost? That should be our next best goal because my people are going to start dying, most profoundly, of starvation. For some reason people don't like to starve. Really makes you wonder why, doesn't it? I think we're going to set up our working quarters down here. Might wonder why? Why even go that far? And I would be like, I don't know. Because I can, basically. Also, heating is actually not a dire need of ours. So I have no real reason not to just, you know, space things out a bit. In the original campaign, spacing things out is not a good idea because you need to heat the homes and the workplaces. In this one, however, you know, I kinda don't need to. And what else do you want? A basic facility. Research and build docks. That gets resources piled up by the docks. Build and activate the fishing harbor or set up a forager's camp. The fishing harbor is better in the short run because it produces food immediately, while the forager's camp is basically the same send-out expedition system we had from the previous one. Well, the previous one I said. Technically, isn't there a second one in the making, I think? I remember hearing something like that. It would fit. I don't like it. I basically want to draw a street like whoop, but then everything is nice and connected. I mean, technically speaking, I want to draw a fucking street all around, so we get that out of the way immediately. How much do we need? 6 wood. If I wanted to draw this, okay, I can actually. It's like 20 wood. It is a lot of wood, to be fair.
Quitting time. Take a breather.
Don't mean quitting time. You can't just quit halfway in doing shit. It's not neat. Where this shit is going on, I need to. Well, I would like to press outside of the fucking window, but I actually need to take a break there. Oh. I was on the wrong window. That is not good. Don't try to be on the wrong window. Also, since that's actually a problem I'm facing with Plaza these days, I do like to, you know, get suggestions for things, and I do like to give people the idea. Idle hands. Towards the end, people start gathering small groups out of boredom, or maybe to exercise their fairs. More workers join in. Okay, that's the rock throw thing. Yeah, let them be. No reason to piss the people off, and honestly, it's a giant hole in the ground. I don't think they can realistically, or 90 people, throw enough rocks in there to fill that one up again. Be highly surprised if they manage that. Highly surprised and right. Yeah, then. Yeah, we can make a bit faster because it's off time now, which means my people are uselessly banging their heads over everything. We do need to have people working here immediately, though. And yeah, I think hearty meals is basically where we're gonna have to go. Okay, apparently my people will spend the whole night outside because they're too dumb to fucking understand that you don't need a fucking street to go home. Okay, bills. It's like, hey, my motivation is rising suddenly after I eat my hearty gruel. Why is that, you wonder? Could it be? Okay. 3 of our homeless people feel it. Could you stop being homeless then? I want to address it now. I provide some shelter. I provide shelter for everyone. I mean, if you people start working again, that would be immediately amazing, because that would actually mean that we get more wood, which would probably help with the problem.
Get up, people. There's work to be done.
And then that should work. Okay, so first things first. Fortress Quarter, where's the harbor thing? Fishing harbor, faster gathering, sawmill, box. This would help a lot. Fishing harbor is sadly one off. It ain't good. Okay, it costs us 10 wood to start that research. We need to start that research relatively fast. We still have 5 people doing nothing, which means they should actually start building the streets and whatnot in time. I could set up a gathering post, I guess, but yes, it would be such a waste of resources. I do need a medical post, though. That one is, yeah, actually, it's engineered, right? Right. I think I will set up the medical post on the other side. Basically, on one side you go if you're hungry, on the other side you go if you're, you know, starved yourself to illness. Basically. Oh well. Let's see what this day goes, gets us done then. A little bit faster, because, well, good, we can. I kinda have to. But slowly but surely a road is built. I have enough to build a medical post. Yeah, actually I like that design. I do sometimes get a bit stubborn with my design ideas, to be completely fair. Pretty sure we're working on every resource patch we have. We need to get those docks set up immediately because we need those resources coming in fucking fast. Not even a fortress camp is that important, honestly. If your people, you know, our new free people could start building the streets a bit faster, we could probably start our research already. Then we definitely need long shifts for stuff like the workshop. Those things need to get started ASAP. Now you have started producing food, that is good. Also means that our resources are going to start falling. Like a bitch. I really need to push it. And then 2 of our sick are already being treated, and 1 gravely sick is not yet being treated. He's gravely sick, which is not good for him, I suppose. Works on a steel pile. He is alone in this world, like so many others. Then again, you know, people know nowadays and always have been like try to be together at all costs, and I'm sitting here like, you know, that I tried that method. Wasn't the most satisfying experience. The game is bugged sometimes, just sometimes though. Come on, science, go a bit faster. Okay, next, where's the long shifts? Chapel. I don't think it's actually in here yet. No, we need the other one, don't we? Yeah, we need the other one. I could get the public house though. That would be good. That helps with motivation that you can later on employ prostitutes. Now, well, many people are like, that sounds bad, especially for a small community like this one. Yeah, there's a reason why it's the oldest profession in the world, and a rather prominent one, actually. I mean, if it's an option, you know, it most definitively helps with stress, and well, better my people, you know, tuck away their stress, then let it build up and start unloading it on me. You know, not the passions, much more their fists and kicks and other such nonsense, which I do not feel much comfortable with having to endure. Our food reserves are going to suffer most horribly from this nonsense. A chapel. It's actually even a better building. And it just fits. Oh, that's so fucking nice. This is fucking art. This is fucking art indeed. Oh look, I actually got the bell installed immediately. Which you should do as long as you're you should install that or plan it out a bit, but I wouldn't really put it on the scaffolding is what I wanted to say. Because if that scaffolding breaks, then a giant fucking metal belt is going to come raining down and destroy the rest of the scaffolding relatively easily. I'm pretty sure that scaffolding is not made of fucking metal. Basically start, you know, with the scaffolding. Okay, so now start with a lower layer, then build up the lower layer, then start more on top of it as soon as you have an actual layer of bricks or something that can support nonsense. Otherwise, I think horrible things will happen. Now then, let's actually be faster so that science starts working again. So the order of dogs. What should be the order of dogs? I think food first, wood second, depending highly on how things work out. So my idea at least goes. I could probably feed the people normal food for a while, but I do kind of want to raise the motivation early on relatively high. Because, well, last time managing that fucking motivation has become quite a bit of a problem later on. I want to give myself a nice little bonus. I see a little bot coming along. Hello, little bot. You're a Cyrillic, I see you. Yeah. I have to wait like 9 hours though to do that, you idiots. People like, this is ridiculous. Oh, my little people, start working.
Get to work, people.
And we will need faster gathering too. Okay, 25 wood. Shouldn't be a problem. How much wood is actually left? 44 and 45. That should be enough, I hope. Now then, build, my peasants, build faster! People are content. Well, they should be. I'm doing my best to make them content. Can I? Oh, I can move with the mouse. Oh, I had completely forgotten about that option. It's neat. Must admit, graphically speaking, for the design of the buildings and stuff, I like it. I would like to zoom in a bit more, honestly. The designs of the buildings is really cute. I like it. Now, does the dog need an actual street connection? I think in the beginning it absolutely needs. And we do need a gathering post next to it so we can start collecting whatever the dog throws out. Now, 2 dogs. 1 for food. 1 for food. Can we get food like this? I'm making bold assumptions here. I don't actually... I don't think I can. Actually, we need to go to the next level then immediately to get the fishing harbor. Otherwise we're just gonna get 2 times wood. Yeah, of course we can't. Telegraph station. Now that we have built the basics, we can set about bringing more people and steam cores. Okay, the fishing harbor is right there. I need 50 wood for that. I don't run out of wood before that though, don't I? Shit. Means I need to invest into the sawmill. I mean, I'm not gonna run out of wood though, technically speaking. They give me the public house. The public house. Jesus Christ. Get your mind. to the game. Get your mind into the game, you bitch. Hmm? And that's going to produce a pile of wood. Means with the second dock, technically speaking, we can start collecting other things. Basically, we can. Shit, do I still want the coal mine? No. Should I save things for the forger's quarters? Kinda need to go for the forger's quarters. They are a good way to get food if you find the right things fast enough. It's a pain in the ass to set up though. We're never ever going to finish this in one work day.
Folks, enough work for today.
It's never enough work, you idiot. The work's never done. Now then, don't you now have a second dog? We should also give it in order to produce wood for the moment. Oh no, actually let's start with the coal immediately. So when I get stuff like the bathhouse, I can let that actually run its course. Hey, puppy couch. Okay, it doesn't have an area of influence, which means you can basically build it wherever. This is going to leave a horrible little thing there. Yeah. Misclick. Don't mind me, people. The great leader has just misplaced the building. Oops. People are like, dear leader, please, for the love of God, stop being an idiot. I'm like, okay, try my best, people. Oh, come on, don't close that on me. Now then, we need still the gathering post to actually gather the resources that come in. That solves our wood problem most definitively, most fastly. And we then next need the telegraph station to actually get stuff in. More workers would be neat, but if food is an option, I think going with food would be a valuable idea here. Mainly my problem is I don't actually have enough workers right now, but well, at least we're using the nighttime to switch resources. Going for coal is probably a good idea in the long run, although, yeah, how it is with the long run. And since we have no ill people, we can actually reduce the number of doctors a bit. I think that's not a bad deal. We still have a bit of range. I mean, worst case scenario, I can build another one of those, basically starting here. Another line of houses. Not sure happy with that though, because I should, technically speaking, what I should have done is build a secondary line there. So at some point I kinda will have to probably remove this and rebuild this in a bit of a better fitting way. Now the wood is going to run out probably today down here, which is honestly not much of a problem because the dock is set up. All we really need is a gathering post. Problem is I don't think I can actually put this nice enough that it would actually work out well. Can't send my people directly, can't I? Yeah. So at the moment I can just change things around. It's not an efficient way, but it's a workable way. I guess I could cut from here a few and set them up here too. And then have some first people start working here already. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Gravely able will be kept alive, but untreated in medical post. Motivation will raise slightly. The gravely able will keep. That's the medical posts. Gravely able will be treated in medical posts. New building cemetery. No risk of disease from unburied bodies. Each burial will decrease motivation. You will have to establish a cemetery. Motivation will fall slightly. The morgue. No risk of disease. Preparing bodies for transport costs wood. You will have to build a morgue. Still a better option, I'd say.
New regulations.
High motivation. So people are finally motivated. Efficiently, if all workplaces rises by 30%. That's good. Skeptic. Yeah, the science says so, so well, we will have to do now. Where do we build the morgue? Not a morgue, that's a fucking whole cemetery. Okay, it's probably easier if I just draw the fucking street out, don't I? Whoop. Bit of a waste of wood there. One that we can't actually afford. Technically speaking. And then I need my telegraph station. I need more wood. I have more people available now because, well, we just freed them up. Means max workers here. Max workers here. It's still going to be a bit of a slowdown, all things considered, but can't really do much about it. 6.6 an hour, it's actually not too bad to start off with. Okay, so now we need the drawing board, which cost 50 fucking wood. Oh great. The fortress crusher costs 35, so... And that would only cost 10 wood. Motivation is at an all-time high. The wood kinda mean that we get this out of the way. If I get this out of the way early on, that would probably help. Okay, now we can actually request more people. It's open. And I think for this start we're going to get 21 more workers. I mean, we do have enough right now. Give me some engineers down. I think that's going to help us a lot.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
Still have 21 wood. Okay. Not enough to build the fortress quarters yet, but we're getting there. Also, we're running out of food like a bitch, boy. Oh boy. I do like the little lady shaking her leg. I'm like, yay, I'm important. Well, technically speaking, she is, to be fair. Drawing in the crowds. It's only a good lady again. Any bodies to learn will increase motivation. Preparing bodies for transport will cost steel instead of wood.
Rules and regulations have changed.
I mean, so far nobody has died, so we don't really need that, but... with games like this, it kinda pays to be prepared in advance, I feel. I mean, it's basically all about preparing your planning ahead move, basically. For example, how many people do we get? 6. That means we need one more tent. Means that it's actually high time to get rid of this building. And build a few more houses. Oh, I touched my... This dial is really sensitive though. Okay, we now have everything we could ever need. The sawmill leads to the steam sawmill, leads to the... No, that's actually its own. Okay, so only the steam sawmill we would get out of that. I don't really think that we need it, honestly. We're making enough wood as is. What we need is the next level, though. And we need to start building this one up, too. Indignant engineer. Engineer complains to you. So the missing lodged in a tent full of workers. Okay. I think we can afford a slight drop in motivation. Now you erase that building. We need to rebuild it, of course. People can't really exist without a fucking medical post. Now we can actually go like this, while we also remove this. Now we can also build the foragers' quarters. Which means it's very good that we actually have people.
Time, take a breather.
Engineers working here, engineers working here. And we still have one engineer left with nothing to do. Well, that's not a problem. Not a problem. Problem is we have no free time and we can't do any science ahead planet because we don't have actually the necessary resources to start the next level. Yeah, even that costs 20 wood. Okay, so the plan for tomorrow is 20 wood for...
Sun's up. Get to work, people.
And let's start with the big project first because, well, my people have been starving for a day now and I think it ain't gonna change. End of a world. Censor the letter. Censor the letter, I'm sorry to say, but we don't have any room for this content right now. Next we need this one and then things should be good. Okay, which of my people are complaining again? Where are you and why are you complaining? I hate you complain. That's just a new law. Okay. So I was like, hey, game, what are you doing?
New rules are in place.
Room, poacher camp, reindeer tracks. Now we need to find a food source immediately.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
Because we are running out. Okay, so tomorrow we will have the first level. What should be the first thing we should go for? Where is it? The fishing harbor. Medical post upgrade gives me... Okay, I can't even look at it. Damn it. And probably the forager cards, honestly. I also need to build the first generator thing. The profiles manufacture 30 wood. It's not a problem, we'll get that immediately tomorrow. Like, not enough food rations? No! I mean, to be fair, my people are kinda starving. Just kinda starving though. Move on. I think somewhere around here you can start setting things up and send food back home. As I said, for the moment, motivation is reasonably high and the discontent is being low as hell, so my people are okay-ish. But yeah, starvation sets in.
We've got work to do.
Really understandable situation there. I would be starving too. Okay, it takes 20 wood. We should have that in like a second. Come on. And also, I do remember that you can set up the fishing harbor to just do its thing. Which means we're gonna set it up here because it's actually just collecting the food and you don't need to send it anywhere. Now the question is, can we actually finish this in one day? The necessary science for it. Ah, it's gotta get a bit close. We're not close enough. Okay, 40 wood. We'll have that in a second. Come on, more people. Work it. Work it like you mean it. Very good. Okay, with that, a source of food shall be established. Reasonably shortly, we shall also start ordering more ores. Science-wise, forager cards should probably be the next one. Miracle will heal the sick 10% faster, but we don't have many sick people. With design for 50% faster, that would be good. Although the problem is, once I set them down, do something, they're not gonna move from that spot. It has its own disadvantages. Is there anything else we really need, though? Faster reloading. Docks will be 10% more efficient. Reloading station allows us to build reloading stations with the resources piling up at docks. Yeah, those would be pretty good. Explore. Maybe to supply raw food to the construction site. Set up camp. Now with memory serves, those are not running forever. If memory serves me. Instead they're going to run out, which means you do need more. Which of course is understandable, but still a nuisance. A bit of a nuisance. Just a bit. Ah. Well then, finish one to the next cohort. Ah. Yeah, okay. A bit more than one zip in it, but ain't gonna stop me now, is it? And then a new law. Give me the House of Pleasure.
Hear me. New rules in effect.
Let's fill the house up nice, so that my people will be like, okay, we're starving, but hey, at least something happens. We are getting raw food finally, so to some degree I kind of want to go for the more foragers. So it would be nice to set up 2 of them. But you know, the reloading stations would also be fucking good. I mean, freeing up actually personnel, because I do remember that the construction actually takes a nice lot of workers. Okay, so first things first, we build the profile manufacturer with 30 wood. Okay, let's wait until the workday actually starts.
Get on up. Work's not gonna wait.
Beep, 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 beep. Really doesn't like to fit. Okay, it fits like this. Oh god damn it. Hey you 4 workers. I need you up here. Now then, our food problems should be a thing of the past. Relatively quickly like this. We do however run into the problem now that we are running out of actually workers. Work all the places, especially this place needs workers. It needs to start producing the structural profiles relatively quickly. They do take a steam core, but I mean, it does come with the added advantages. After that, my people are basically free. That frees up like 30 people. Since coal is so bloody fucking huge right now. 25 wood. Okay, so wood is the resource we need. And it is of course fucking with us a little bit, but I was kind of foreseeing that happening. So everything's under control. Now we have more steam cores. Well, some more workers because we will need them. Now the people stop starving, which is very good, of course. That should save us all, I say. And the new delivery of food comes in. Means come tomorrow, people can actually start working on that again. Do we need anything else? Right off the bat. Honestly, I don't think so. The next thing we should actually wait for is the reloading station, then build those up immediately.
Sun's up. Get to work, people.
Okay, that is one reloading station, and the next one can almost be built. We also immediately freed up some workers. You go in there. Suspicious mods. The Germans' only name of this aunt raised our suspicion. We found out that by rearranging certain letters we can form sentences such as Chefdroter or even Coupler. I also found Blue Rhino and Shackelgren, but this might be code. What should we do about it? Accept all those letters. We can't afford any such nonsense. Does it maybe need a street? I don't think it actually needs a street. It says functioning. I'm not getting any wood now, do I? Well, that explains that. Just really hard to hit it, actually. Okay, let's go to 5. Yeah, everything seems to be okay-ish at the moment. Should probably get the faster reloading when we add it, because we need a lot more wood. Okay, so how about faster reloading? We're still 2 days ahead of schedule. Okay, so faster reloading, more foragers. That should solve all of the problems relatively easily. It was really hard to click though, for some mystical reason. Okay, let's try to be nice to the people.
Quitting time. Take a breather.
But the good thing is we have an assload of extra coal, which means we can easily pull out some people. Actually, you know what? Yeah, 5 is probably okay. We have 5 here. What else goes in here? We're gonna start with faster reloading, like we said, then more foragers. Yeah, also let's get a shipment of nice people in. Now the homes are not completely filled out yet. Could we potentially build a new line up here? I mean, we could. Problem is, if I do that, I also kind of need to consider building another church, build another line. So build it up here. We're probably going to run smack dab into the working field down there. You just set one up on the other side, basically. These were my mindset. If my people actually reach the limits, which they should. And then my people are eating, which is good. Nobody has any need to starve. Precisely one person who is actually getting treated. Yeah, that's reasonable. So far, at least.
Come on, get moving. Time to work.
Probably plan to build that. We are still ahead of 23 hours. Doesn't mean that we can sit on our asses and do nothing. The law. Yeah, extra rations for the ill, so we can actually make sure they don't die on us. Okay, build me like 2 more. Okay, we have that. Next we need the more foragers. And we're gonna go immediately for the next building in the line. Safety concerns. Yeah, we still have a bit of time here, right? 1 day and 23 hours, okay. So we're now running smack dab into the next problem. We're actually running out of steel. Which does kind of mean that we have to start working on that again. Since this is not going to last forever. But frankly, we kind of need to do something about that, don't we? Also means we need another reload station, which also costs steel. Yeah, 10 steel.
Stow your tools.
Okay, so starting tomorrow we can actually start working on that. So we have 4, 5, 6. Now we have to wait anyway tomorrow a bit to the production actually picks up. So there's that.
New company rules are in place.
Low risk of falling ill, that ain't good. Necessarily. Also gonna need to free up some workers. If at all possible. Or another shipment of workers. I mean, for the moment, they can just work on the steel gathering down there. Even that costs steel. Steel. It does mean we can give 2 more orders and get that over and done with. About 3 hours behind schedule. Well, great. Then we get a bad omen. That's of course that's great. Now we need 10 steel to set this up. Yeah, to be fair, I should have selected that beforehand.
Folks, enough work for today.
It's not enough work for today. Okay, you are done with that. I think the next one set camp up is up here somewhere. I think. Well, hopes and dreams, you know. I do like this scenario though. It's kinda neat. I should have planned that better with the steel though. Yeah, it's kind of fucking with me. Somewhat fiercely right now. Also, when my new people arrive, we'll probably run out of living space, so we should probably start building another quarters. You know what? We're gonna build you here. Chapel requires steel, of course. It's always fucking steel. Yeah, and it actually goes straight from there. Order 2 more.
Hear me. New rules in effect.
And once again, it's steel. Steel is right now really bottlenecking me a bit, isn't it? It's not going to stop me for long. It will, however, prevent my immediate nonsense. And that is, of course, not good. There comes my workers.
Shake a leg. Shifts on.
Wanna please start collecting immediately. And what have you found? nothing. Ballville or the lake full of fish? A lake full of fish sounds like something we could turn into food. Food is still one of our major concerns, and that's putting it mildly. And I need another research station. Set that up immediately. Paste of home. Give the man a space. So not yet that starved for food, to be very fair. Okay, shaft construction. Build that. Get up some workers for it. That means we have more engineers sitting around doing jack shit. Now better to set them up and actually do some work instead of, you know, doing nothing. The little scoundrels just sitting there going like, I'm not gonna do shit. We do, however, have an indescribably high need for workers. Okay, we need 2 more workers. Put them away from here. Put them in here. And about 8 hours ahead of schedule. Nice. Medical operations. Residents of will be sent back to London, freeing space and non-consuming food. That is good. If we ever get to the point where things get really dangerous, and considering the amount of work accidents we could have, that is more than likely to happen. We're probably a lot better off planning that ahead. We also should probably get ourselves more workers, because filling up the 50 of that is amazingly difficult. As soon as tomorrow comes, the next online is going to be science again. We fucking need to set that up immediately. Probably going for the forager cards, probably. And for the machine shop. Yeah, we don't need that. We're still 4 hours ahead of schedule, but it's free time, so when people don't work. Set up camp, send back food again. Well, we're not starved for food. If we, however, invite ever more people in, then sooner or later we will be starved for food. And I would very much like to, you know, not lose out. Okay, let's start the machine shop immediately. Now, as soon as we have enough of that, we will build a chapel here too. Yeah, I knew it felt like that building was actually taking up more space. Since we do actually have some wood to spare, let's set up a few more tents in preparation of what's to come. Good with that out of the way. We pretty much have everything we need. Now it's just a matter of keep going. Do we actually have a care house at this point? We don't really have a care house yet, and we need to build one anyway. So we will of course do that immediately to get it out of our hair. Also, you know, my people are otherwise going to be somewhat unhappy, and I would rather like to avoid getting the unhappiness. So with the situation, detect a dangerous concentration of toxic gas. Oh, that's great. Dangerous work conditions. I do think we should invest in those ventilation shafts sooner or later. 6 hours out of schedule. Well, work proceeds smoothly. Somewhat smoothly, that is. Because I don't think we need to set up more of those forges for the moment. We can kind of sustain ourselves. $60 steel. I'll be fucked in here. Rear end.
Quitting time. Take a breather.
I mean quitting time, don't just quitting on me, bitch. I need more workers. We need to make more progress. Okay, house has also been built and taken care of. So we should have find ourselves with a bit of a problem of a sick person. Current toxicity level low. Toxic gases lethal prediction. Toxic gases concentration will rise tomorrow. 2 hours out of schedule. I mean, yeah, because my people are bitchingly staying at home, and then I go like, no, we're gonna rest and relax now. Not gonna do shit for you for a while. The people. What's wrong, my people? People across all camp leap to the beat, awakened by the sound of angry screeches, as of huge birds are cycling over the construction site. Well, to be fair, I can't really tell you much about that. It's birds. They're gonna do bird things. Like sticking around and pissing all over the place. It's kinda how birds are, though. To be fair, we almost have 60 steel. Okay. Let's get that research going too. Oh, is it finished? Oh, I sure hope that's a good sign. The screeching kinda tells me that it's not, though. What can we do? Send the rescue team. No rescue team available. Hell. That's neat. Yeah, sorry, my people, but we can't really throw that back. We are 23 hours ahead of schedule, and I'm not going to risk that. Wait, no, let's actually build a ventilation shaft beforehand. A strike. Probably on the engineers, honestly.
Rules and regulations have changed.
Don't really have much of an option. Factory inspectorate. Improve safety in up to 3 workplaces with the lowest base. Yeah, that sounds immediately neat. Only costs 25 steel. Should have that in a jiffy, basically. Okay, people, would you please work? For sake. You're costing me real progress here, you bitches. I hope you're happy about that. That sounds actually pretty damn good. Careful selection processes reduce the material of also consumption profile by 20%, the time will get weighted by 50%. Super channel also switch the steam exchangers, use the economic advancement, work on the generator. It's neat. I guess we should first go for the upgraded things. Okay, how much behind schedule are we? 21 hours ahead of schedule, so no risk yet. It's going to impede our progress though. Also means that we will actually have reason to have this run running on full height. The people are working again. Next we're gonna build the factory inspectorate. Jesus. Would have made this building any bigger if you wanted to. Okay, the shipment has not yet arrived, and that explains why I'm so damn low. But we most definitely need more workers though. I can tell you that much. It raises over time, so if we let that sit for a while, it's actually going to produce us more, hopefully. What else do we want to get immediately? Probably the finer mesh though. Those cost 60 wood and 20 steel. Once again, the steel turns out to be a bit of a bottleneck. House of Diseases. What? Infected. It's not a nice way of doing it, like, you served your purpose, now go away, please. But we literally can't help it. We're still 5 hours out of schedule. And it's just unhealthy. We can probably stop doing this, and it's harmful again, but we're at least making more progress. Only harmful. Well. And since steel proves to be that much of a fucking bottleneck, we're gonna make sure to get more of it. We literally don't have much of a choice here. On the good side of things, we have yet to encounter any else in the way of difficulties though. So, well, all truly good. We can probably actually afford to let it run 24 hours at this point. They will fall tomorrow, that is good. Now that my people start working again. We really need to extend those shifts though. Okay, let's give them double rations. They heal a bit faster. And then let's see if we can actually get a decent amount of workers. Mostly because we need those. And quickly at that. Anything else we need though? Don't really feel like we really do need anything else. Four hours behind schedule. Blah blah blah. Heat resistant steel composition eligible to generator. Okay, let's start making things cheaper for us first, because well, that would be neat. %, 95%. We are getting there. However, we definitely need to put more workers in there. There is no two ways about it, more workers are absolutely required. Sadly, those don't really grow on trees. Next, we need to build the machine shop. Strike rifle fall for 2 days. Efficiency will rise by 10% for 2 days. Okay, the machine costs me 60 steel. We almost have 60 steel, so we can probably start the construction still today. Because we really need to make some fucking progress here. And that's just how it is, you know, you can burn that however you wish. Accident risk will be reduced. Discontent will rise permanently. It doesn't sound good. Need to change that so we can actually produce the resources. We are still an hour behind, which is of course not good. Inside, we shall double the rifles. We shall install the pressure valves and install the tower PEMs. Trying our bestest. $50 steel for the next level. Installing lightweight protective structures across the workplace will temporarily reduce the number of injuries caused by falls. Which will improve workplace safety by 1 level for 24 hours at the cost of 6 structural profiles. Not really a good deal, but it is a deal. Yeah, we have more workers available. Can we order more though? Guess I just ordered, didn't I? Oh, workplace condition is safe. Rare. Okay, if I want to build pressure valves, that's 10 structural profiles. We need like 4 more. The tower pumps take 10 steel exchangers, which take 20 steel. Well, it's gonna be the bottleneck. We're 2 days ahead of schedule though, so things are not looking that bad. I might actually have to pause long shifts though. It's not the nicest thing to do, but you know. You don't have a choice, then thinking about this is not going to help. Not at all, actually. How about my sick people? Like, slowly but surely making sure that the people are actually, you know, getting things done. I mean, I basically have all the things I need. I guess getting ahead by going for the foundry is probably not a good, bad idea. Build me some pressure valves, please. And get me more workers. But the problem is going to be this one. I need 10 of them and they cost 20 steel a pick. That ain't cheap. New building, overseer station. Overseer station raise efficiency nearby workplaces by 15%. I'd have to think long about that. That will have... I mean, worst case scenario, I just build 2 of them and go like, fuck you. It's like, well, a bit of oversight can't hurt. That's a cushy job with engineers. It's not really a cushy job. They do kind of bury all of the responsibility. Right, we now have 2 of them, which means we can actually... Not upgrade it, dogs, you idiot. Build another reloading station here so we can actually make use of those resources. I'm an idiot, of course, for forgetting that that's actually producing just another thing. Yeah, we can probably reduce this to half power each. We have enough people to actually work this station. Also, please, long working hours. I know you don't like it. Frankly speaking, nobody does. Trouble further. Yeah, don't censor the letter. We're not that much in our zone. Time to finish 1 day, 7 hours. Time to finish 20 hours. Basic bombs organization resources from piles of coal, wood and steel will be... Yeah, but we don't doing that any longer. Just 50% more resources. That would be neat. Iron, coal, and rare materials are combined to produce heat-resistant steel composites. Yeah, I am well aware we need those. Pressure valves, and the other one is the power pumps that we need. 10 steam exchangers, though. That ain't cheap. Just gonna point that out, it ain't cheap at all. Please finish this building fast. It costs 50 steel, okay. Okay, I think we have it under control for the moment. We are still making good progress. Which means people are somewhat happy. We probably want to build another ventilation plant soon-ish. Oh yeah, just wait because you can't get in. Yeah, because we have too much food, stuff, things. Okay, with the next one we should probably order a few more steam cores because we're kind of running low. We're at 3 and we're probably gonna need more. Come on, my people, wake up. It's time to work again. And we're back to 25 workers. Okay, do we need engineers? Technically speaking, yes. Do need some engineers to actually run our little stations here. We have 4 and soon we will have 6. Work progresses smoothly, with 2 days ahead. For the moment, things are going well. Don't want to toot my own horn too much though, because that kinda, backfires splendidly whenever it can. You know, it means giving up this job here, but I'll figure something out. I mean, family needs me, sir. Lose 1 worker. Okay, that ain't a good deal for us, but... Steam reloading station costs... cores. That wouldn't be much of a problem though. How about food and health? Additional forages. Don't really need those. Can't get that yet. The infirmary would be neat, but we don't really need that. Safety inspections plus. First modification which will improve workplace safety at profile manufactured by 1 level. Improved planning reduces cost of particular to 4 structural profiles. Okay, let's get that so we can actually build another ventilation shaft. Well, plant, basically. We have 6 and we need... We'll need 4 more. I would really like to get those out of the way. We can start the next part immediately and be like, nope, we haven't done it. With 6 of extra rations. Don't need any cocaine pills just yet. Since this is done, we actually have some workers available. I did order engineers. And as soon as those 2 are done, we can actually start with the next part of the project. As long as we can make a good head start here, which is basically all it requires us to do, things are gonna go well. Yeah, that's why we're researching the another one. Research engine using more efficient blowers which cuts coal use. I think we're not having a problem there yet. Should get the safety inspections though for those things. Should help with the workplace safety in those places at least, so we don't suffer much of a risk of strikes. Yeah. Worst case scenario, we're just going to enhance the amount of time my coal workers need to actually work. I might actually want to get the bathhouse too, just to make sure my people are happy. And you know, don't get any funny ideas, because as you know, people get up to some funny business if given half of the fucking chance. At least my people do. Come on, start working, people. Now you consider yourself free time, but I don't like that. I would like to build another medical post so we can actually deal with the people though, but medical business skills will be sent back to London, reducing the need for housing and food. Bye bye. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but we have to be efficient here somewhat. And as much as I hate to say it, but the human mind works in quite often very humanitarian ways. It's all nice and dandy, but some giant hindrance. Raboom. I know people, you don't like it. I get you, but we'll need to work. As soon as more engineers arrive, we'll make these things go big. Okay, we have the ventilation coupling. Now we get the workplace security things going, and we're gonna build another ventilation plant. Cost 50 steel. Okay, we're gonna get that easily enough. You don't like how my streets are actually in the way now. Bathhouse, yes please. Construction, streeto, delito. People are like, you can't just take out a very important street thing. You can't. It's horrible of you, dear leader, And I'm sitting like, Rup, don't care, don't give a shit. You wanna suffer for it. Now build the bathhouse. Costs 20 steel, which is not at all a problem. How far ahead of schedule are we? 3 days, okay. So if I cut this down a bit and go like whop whop. Max. A rumble in the deep. Produce safety equipment. Remind me when we have enough resources. Remind me when we have enough resources. What was that? Steam exchangers for that. Hoppala. A bathhouse. Okay, at least make it look beautiful. People living in the financial less likely to get sick. Okay. Hey look, here it works actually. Okay, the positioning really fucks with me though. Don't build it there. Please build it right behind the chapel. To get out of church and go to the bus and go like, ah, finally, some nice tits and ass. God bless us all. Why is there a strike? Why are people such little bitches? Questions. I have many of them. Negotiate. What do you want? Better working conditions. You will have to rise workplace safety above dangerous. 3 days to pass short shift. Try to beat them with extra rations. 18 and content will rise greatly. Demands might escalate. We are kind of working on that though. As soon as this one is done, your work safety should improve. Long hours of toil. Extended shift. We'll have to keep regular shifts everywhere for 3 days. Discontent will rise slightly, strikes rise, blah blah blah. We can't really exist without extended shifts at this point in time. If we were to cut those low, things are gonna get awful. That's putting it mildly. See, it's only unhealthy. Not like you have to work in an environment that will immediately kill you. Don't be a fucking bitch about it. Also look in the foundry because we probably need that. We're still 3 days ahead. Okay, we haven't really lost any progress. What's that? Jesus Christ, it scared me for a second. Let me see there. Oh, that's a little... a bot. Bot is followed indeed. Well, give a match. Hello there, little one. How are you on this fine evening of us trying to, you know, not get fired from our new comfy position? Motivation rises. I would much rather... Please you sound German. Well, you know, that might be because I actually am. And how it works, you know. Might take the German out of Germany, but sadly, Germany and all its nice learning is hard to erase, which means a certain accent is hardly avoidable. Don't worry, no offense taken, I'm just, you know, messing with ya. Don't worry, I'm not that much of a snowflake that I will get offended over a single comment on my accent. Ah, actually, that makes you a relatively sharp-minded listener, because not many people actually have that first impression. Might you have some experience listening to poor little Germans talk in English then? That would make it easier. And a little Switch number too. Jesus, suddenly everyone is... What you miss? Well, I'm a bit faster than I was last time. I'm not murdered, not fired. Swedish, eh? Don't know many Swedish people. I do know one very, very stubborn German who moved over to Norway, though. Though then again, you know, I would probably not dare to equate those. I'm pretty sure the Scandinavians are a bit like, you know, German and Bavarians in that regard. I don't think they like the comparison overly much. Also, you know, we have functioning bathhouses with naked people. See, naked people. Basically, it's, you know, a hard day of labor. You go to the chapel, the priest drones on endlessly about his nonsense, and then you're like, well, finally some tits and asses, but let's be. Pretty much, yeah, but the Romans, you know, are the Romans. You not only look the same, you sound the same to an outsider. At least so I've heard. Can't say I hear that much of it myself, but you know. Also, little strategy member, no. The proud Bavarian kingdom is most definitely not and has never been part of Germany, and it does not consider itself as such since forever. Might not have their own border anymore, but damn well are they stubborn about it. I wouldn't believe those be part of us. I need more workers for some mystical reason. It's almost like, you know... Let's give me fucking steam core. I need one. Okay. 8 workers. That's not much. 18%. Hey, we are 3 days ahead of schedule, which means I'm not gonna get fired. Yes, I shall keep my overseer position. The power's all mine. I will enjoy the bathhouses forever. Also probably, you know, the public house. Another such nonsense. Yes, yes. Power. Unbelievable. Is there anything else I need, though? And now, a very good question. Yeah, this scenario is kinda... It is a bit... it is actually very different to the original scenario, which makes it interesting. I do like the look, though. Now, everything looks a bit different. Honestly, I think that we have actually... Yeah, I mean, you can kind of compensate for a 3-day behind at the worst, but everything above that is basically you're gonna get fucking fired. You know, well, strategy one, but that's pretty damn obvious because, well, at the bathhouse, and I think the idea of mixed bathing was not nearly as frowned upon as it is today. Makes it pretty damn easy. You'd be surprised, actually. I think there was that one article that was like, yeah, the Romans also fucked quite a lot in the toilet. And it was like, yo, you have to. Is that really necessary? Yeah, well, I have to ask the Romans about that. But yeah, honestly, the biggest thing that is going to stump you is basically the early game when you really need some idea of what you're building up. Otherwise, you're gonna fall behind unbelievably fucking high. The problem is, this is the farthest I've ever been, so I don't really know what's coming next. I do know I have these nice little steel composites, and I will assume that I will need them. But I don't know yet. The true secret of the game is not to die. Actually, right. Housing will further committed to 12 people. This content will rise permanently. Motivation will fall slightly. After Jesus, another one can be blah blah blah. Housing will... I think we can afford that though. No, we also probably will need another medical station because our people, since they've started working in the mines, our slaves, workers, whatever, have started working in the mines, they have been an unexplainable increase in sickness. Of course, those two facts are not related at all, and my public spokesperson has made absolutely sure that I should make clear people understand that very much so. Working in a dark, dank mine shaft that is full of toxic gases is not, in fact, bad for your health. It's all your bad thoughts that made you fat. Everything else seems to be working well. I guess as long as we don't fuck it up too much, we should be able to keep our ahead for the moment. But ahead of the curve. We do, however, need more workers. Always more workers. And then it's more engineers. And when it's done with this, I need more steam cores. I need all of the things. Make it a bit faster so my people actually remember that it's work time and not fucking sleep time any longer. I mean, I do need more engineers to run this one too, to be completely, you know, fair and honest with you. I guess one is going to have to deal with it. Can't really deal with all of the problems though. Don't worry, I suck at the arts, so I wasn't planning to, you know, apply it to any. Also, personally speaking, I don't think a that smallish moustache would suit me. Not really my sort of style. Also, you know, I keep my power fantasies into a small, nice little area where I can keep my worker population, which are absolutely, and I'm legally obliged to say so, not slaves in any way, shape or form, happy and peppy. Now I do kind of need to make my coal production go up, because we're actually at the point where we're losing coal. If I pull people out here, I mean I can just pull 10 out of here for the moment, because it's not producing anything. Having people sit around and just gives them bad ideas. Very bad ideas. Yeah, optimized protection, blah blah blah. We need less production, blah blah blah. Steel composite by 20%. That would be very neat. I do kind of need to stay on my toes though. This could turn into a horrible thing. The fact that it can do so relatively easily is also a bit annoying. Now I will probably upgrade this to the... where is it? Where is it? To the upgraded docks though, at least the coal one. Because the upgraded docks actually provide me with 2 whole thingies. You know, I can work like this then. Just splendid. Also, you people will have to work long hours now. Sorry to say, but that's just how shit goes. What is it this time? Wanted. A shotgun letter arrived from the Manchester Constabulary. Is that one of our engineers is a suspect in several gruesome murders? Send him back, sure. Let London deal with him. Where's that asshole missing now? Ah, good. That ain't good at all. Falling out of favor fast. Also, that guy must have been an idiot. This is basically the forefront of scientific endeavors, and he's like, well, yeah, that's precisely where I'm going to hide. My sorry little ass. What a bad plan that was. The problem is, once I have another reloading station, surprisingly enough, I will need more workers. I always need more workers though. It's always the same. Engineering. A tough field apparently. Could go for steam reloading stations. Would make it even faster, but that also costs steam cores, and steam cores importing is surprisingly pricey. Advanced docks. Let me guess, that gives me a third pile, maybe, potentially? I mean, I'd absolutely not be against that. Don't really think we need it. We're actually making good here. It would probably be good, yeah. We need to start upping the amount of people we can heal fast, because we are actually producing more sick than we can heal. At this point, at least. Oh, come on, what's this time? Please don't do any nonsense. Are you kidding me? Who the fuck decided to try for my, you know... Yeah, it was a catastrophic accident. In the lower levels, they found my hidden stash of gas. That's it. They even exposed the underground heat source, engulfing our people in deadly fumes. Conceal the source off to save them, although it will permanently reduce the power available to the generator. If we leave it open, all our people underground will die. I will have normal power. All workers underground will die. Discontent will rise greatly. Strike rise will rise greatly. Send rescue, but we don't have rescue. Use escape routes. But the workplace must be safe. Won't be able to power more than a few heat zones. Workers will evacuate safely. The construction site will stop for 6 hours. Everyone dead? Almost everyone is dead, yeah. Wait, I just murdered 50 people or so? I'd say let's not talk about that particular accident. Yes, accident. Yes, very much so an accident. Oops. Small little whoopsie basically on the side. Did I mention that we need desperately more workers? That the need has just arisen a bit more. For some mystic reason. Such sad, much sadness has been had this fine day. Now then, please continue working for long hours for me. You too, please continue to work for long hours. I know you're not content with that, but please understand that it's not an option. I do try to keep my people safe, but a lot of an idiotic bunch. Evening bounds will reduce discontent. Sometimes fighters will get hurt. Okay, I can live with that. Get hurt, but get your discontent down, because that is going to kill me. One thing that's going to kill me is my fucking discontent. Well, we have more workers now. Where shall we put them? Inside here. Still 3 days out of schedule though. See, efficiency and human work conditions, as in humanitarian work conditions, do not actually work that well together. I know, it's surprising, but... +1 strike, risk for 24 hours, +20 motivation. Motivation is really not the problem. The motivation is actually surprisingly high. But everything else, sadly, not so much. We definitely need replacement workers, though. I mean, to be fair, though, we're working on humanity survival here. A few sacrifices along the road. Kinda part and parcel what we should expect if you work like this. Strike was critical. Accident plus 2 work safety. Yeah, work safety is kind of fucking with me. Let's actually try for that thing. Hey, it's just right again. Haven't seen that in a while. Yeah, we will get you above dangerous. See, because I knew this was happening, I was actually ordering them so we can build those protective structures. So my people don't, you know, die all that often. They have a set tendency to do that, some mystical reason. Actually, how does it look with my resources? We are making still more coal than we actually use, which of course is very good for us. Going to keep us nice and safe. And then I'm actually interested in how the third phase is going to go. We are working splendidly fast in the right direction, yeah? When we are working actually and not, you know, striking like the little butchers they are. But steam reloading station. Since we can keep up, I don't really think we need to. Wood planning reduces cost of productive such as to 4. Yeah, that would be sweet. That would be a real sweet deal to have. But right now my people will be somewhat pissed off if I send them working. Like, you know it's dangerous, why do you do this to us? I'm sitting here like, well, survival. Yeah, but we can't live without the long shifts. We can't survive without it. My people are idiots if they think there's an alternative to that. I mean, to be fair, people are in this case are really an idiot. Mostly because they actually don't believe there's anything going on here. Will we finish in 2 days' time with the working? I think we actually will, science-wise. Oh then. Only harmful. Keep working, people. Keep working. And so probably a good idea to go for the next level immediately to get that out of the way. 2 days ahead still. Hopes and dreams, hopes and dreams. Yeah, we can probably give you the safety thingies, which makes it only unhealthy and harmful. That thing will last a while. That's a nice thing. A nice way of saying it. While it is. Okay, we're actually reaching a nice amount of fucking steel at this point. It's probably a good idea to start producing more of them. Let's go for a 12, which means like this and like one more basically. Okay, we're out of wood. I never thought I'd see the day coming when we were once again out of wood, but it has arrived. Means, of course, more long work hours. My people are going to love me. Ha 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 ha. They're gonna love me to death. Yes, and they're going to lynch me most brutally. I can absolutely foresee that much. But hey, at least everything else works well. I mean, I could kind of give them some cocaine to, you know, help. But motivation is really not the problem. My people are motivated to work. That's that you can't really do much more work than this. we have anyone in here? Sure, send them home. Go away. Ah, more workers, finally. And for the first time in a long while, we actually have a case of homelessness that we can't immediately deal with. That's a rarity in and of itself. But well, 3 homeless people are not really a problem. I guess that problem would have to come around sooner or later anyway. Forward. It ain't much. I mean, we can build up wood relatively easily, so... now it's actually the whole other side around, isn't it? Problem is a lot more now. The other wood. Where originally steel was our most problematic one, now it's actually the whole wood thing all over again. Safe work environment. I guess getting a few more engineers is actually not a bad idea to fill out my medical posts so we don't actually suffer too much. I guess for the rest of the time we can really only wait. Which is in of itself a bit annoying, but alas, so be it. Of course that doesn't fit. That would have been too easy. Not too easy. Is there actually another level of ventilation? Yes, there is. So we can get another ventilation plant going and make them even more efficient. Just, you know, we need to go down below a lot. What actually does that? Progress. Progress is not a problem right now. I don't want to get the infirmary though, which would require a steam core. We do have still a steam core. Again, we could also go for the steam reloading stations, but actually I don't really have much of a problem with resources, generally speaking. We do have somewhat of a problem with them. Coal is going to be a bitch. Of course, the long hours of work are also not really doing us any favors. Labor, labor, labor. Internal promotion. Blah, blah, blah. Promotes 5 workers to engineers. Motivation will rise slightly. New building security outpost. Upgrade of overseer station. Security outpost lower discontent in nearby workplaces. To build 2 security outposts.
New company rules are in place.
Not a problemo. I do like to make my people happy, or think they're happy at least, as in, you know, you keep working, it's for your own good, you just don't know it yet. And quite literally, we know, of course, as we have played this game before, how the world is going to end up with, so yes, this project is quite literally the most important one. Really don't have much of a problem with all of that. I guess safety improvements would probably be where it's at. And again, I do kind of want to go immediately down there and get the next ventilation thing. But oh boy, do we need that. End the disease. Further will no longer raise motivation. How much discontent? That's somewhat hurting. But not enough. Automatic prototyping. Go for it. Also find me another source of food. And if things get absolutely worse, we're going to just give the people some nice little, you know, cocaine pills. So, nice motivation, of course. A bit like, you know, the idea of you now feeding a nice mix of chocolate and vitamin to your scout in the dance party. Works like a charm. Panzere Schokolade. Very tasty, very tasty. Totally not addicting. Okay, well people, you're on free time, so I want you to build. Because I want to build the houses first. I mean, to be fair, fair is fair. It is indeed. Especially when your job consists somewhat of, you know, running around for a uncomfortable long amount of time. Makes you feel all nice and happy inside. Also keeps you awake for, like, you know, an uncomfortable long amount of time, but well. It's kind of the deal you agree to. I'm sure they signed somewhere in their contract like, yes, you will be responsible for your own health, but we also will improve your health with our magical little pills. Totally, totally, totally safe. The doctor said so. Now then, could you please build those towers too? That would be amazing, because we do need those. Okay, we have a few more engineers. So far. We do have one worker just sitting around and chilling, but not for long though. Means we can now run at highest possible capacity. Really feels like a bit of a waste to let the engineers work at the fucking public house and prostitute themselves, but alas. It's for the common good, what can I say? We all need to make sacrifices when, you know, the times are right. Now then, let's get the next ventilation shaft so that we can actually make sure that the workplace is safe and not absolutely full of toxic gases. Completely please ignore the fact that there's stuff here. Milestone achieved. Heart of the generator. Foundations in place. It is time to build the fiery heart of the generator, called a core. Will have to be enclosed within 2 support frames, which will also hold up the external parts of the generator. Okay. Build the foundry. Game. I have a foundry. Build the core, build 2 support frames. A support frame takes 25 profiles. You asshole-ish. Okay. Strikes will rise. Sensor data. Sorry, we don't have time for that. 25 per, right? Okay, I can build like 7 at once. Site 120. Great work on laying down the general foundation. You're making good time. Blah blah blah. Better work trainer. Blah blah blah. Our company was accused of profiteering. Of course. Unfortunately, we lost contact with Site 120. Don't worry. Send forges to find out what happened to Site 20. Where the fuck is Site 20? All the way down there. Yeah, that's pleasant. So, trip. Totally not annoying as fuck. Let me think here. These cost wood, right? Yes. And we do have a bit of a problem with wood. So building up the wood thing is probably not a bad idea. And that means we need an upgraded dock. Which of course also costs wood, but whatever doesn't. Like, well, I can zoom in on you. I'm pretty sure you're zooming into the bathhouse and going like, yes. It's a whole other experience just looking at it from the side. Tasty. I mean, what else would you do with that giant magnifying glass? Apart from spying on, you know, the poor people and stuff. Good, give me that. As soon as that is out of the way, we'll need another reloading station. Come on, build it. Build it fast. And that costs 120 wood. Yeah, suddenly wood is once again a problem. Actually, I was not expecting wood to be in any way, shape or form a problem any longer, but since I actually didn't build any of the upgrades for my storehouses, I guess that's kind of where the problem lies. Lies buried rather deeply. Where's the next pile going to be? Here's the next pile going to be. That also means that I need to put another set of workers in there, which is kind of annoying. Okay, we have 18 structural profiles. We need 25 for 1, so we're still reasonably ahead of the curve. We're still keeping the 3 days going. That's good. Because I'm assuming this part will take some time, and, well... Also, I don't have any steam cores any longer. Oh, that's great. Yeah, there's 2 steam cores Takes up all of my space. Which also means it makes it absolutely impractical to build this up further to steam reloading stations. They cost 2 steam cores. Hey, the sheer amount of time it would take me to get those things actually coming up here would be unbelievable high, put it mildly. You are all working long hours. Yes, yes. Long hour work. Can we do? No, we cannot do another evening mess. That plus 1 strike risk for 24 hours, plus 20. Yeah. It's kind of what I said before, but motivation is really not the problem at the moment. Even the discontent is kind of going down, mostly because people are busy beating the shit out of each other. For some reason that makes them more peaceful. Realizing that you can solve your problems with violence, people also realize that, yes, being peaceful is best. Apparently. I don't know how that precisely works, but that's how it is. I also should probably get this to work again, because if I want to give them hearty meals, then I don't really have much of a choice here, do we? Because we can't actually use all of the raw food that comes in. Which is a bit annoying. Just the smallest bit though. Okay, 120 wood. Let's wait until we actually have that and get that going, because if my things eat less, that would be ideal. Oops. Britain. How much does a ventilation plant cost, actually? Nothing apart from the steam core, which is going to be here in 16 hours. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem then. Also means we can now finally focus back on this one, which costs 20 wood. We're getting there. We're getting there very slowly, but we're getting there. Is there anything else I can actually get here? No. I think administration is done and over with. Class segregation. New building engineers lodgings. Living engineers lodgings have higher motivation. Strike busting. But immediately if there's a security outpost on range, each user has a discontent. People will be hurt. Penal colony. New building. Penal colony. Houses convicts. New social class. Convicts. Surprisingly enough. Convicts provide cheap labor. Convicts work only when supervised by company guards. Have to build the penal colony. We're getting a bit out of things. Yeah, we kind of need to keep that risk down. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, with that we have enough going that we can actually build one structural frame. At something. And the core just takes 25 steel composites. They're produced here? Yeah, and that takes 20 steel and 40 coal. I mean, since you have a full workload here that only eats steel and coal, I guess we can start producing them. Like 10 of them. Planning ahead here. Planning ahead indeed. What's wrong, my people? Long hours of toil. Yes, I know, you said so. Why are these people have a burning desire to be assholes about it? Well, it makes me wonder, honestly. It also means I can probably reduce this one quite a bit for the moment. Of course, not only do we need to produce the things, we also need to actually build them into the, well, soon-to-be generator, that is. Which... that does this taxing. Also, all of the extra labor I've pulled out from this side that is now here, I can't really pull those back because we do kind of need to keep up the production. Come on, give me at least 10 of them, and we have all of it done. Okay, let's see. It's only 25 steel composites, so those we can build up over the next few days. We only need like 15 more of them. I think we can get this done the next way. What I will build in like 8 hours time is of course the next ventilation thing. Do we want the safety improvements on the things? And I don't need those actually. I mean, same with this actually. I don't really feel the need to need it. I'm gonna go for safety improvements in the boundary. Actually, do work long hours. I don't care if you just sit around and play with your little treats and, you know, do nothing, but at least be in the fucking place. And resources. How does it look for coal? Yeah, the coal balance is very much in our favor at this point. First 10 are golden. 8 more. Then we can probably just pull the labor out of here and pull it up there. Oh, thanks for arriving on time, Jill. We can build this immediately tomorrow. 50 steel, we should get relatively quickly. So what do we order next? How about some workers? Haven't ordered any workers in a while. Ah, where did all my workers go? Alright, yeah, there was an accident, wasn't there? People dying. Most profoundly. In a very stupid way. But alas, what can you do? Oops, that was a bit too far out. We're still producing more than enough, so... Actually, food has been surprisingly little of a problem so far. Only just with, you know, the foragers doing it intermediate and the fishing harbor doing it all the bloody time. I'm not happy with that, actually. Extended shift compensations. Extended shift costs less discount. People work on extended shifts eat additional half rations. Not a problem. Because if there's one thing we actually have surprisingly much of is food. What actually does my thing say about food? We actually gain too little of them. Probably because I also give them the hearty meal stuff. Guess I would need another one of them. Another cooking house. Because we do get more raw food, it's not like we don't get that, it's just that we don't actually make enough use of what we have. And once again we meet the most brutal of deadlocks, which is workers. You kind of have to pull 5 of them out so that we can actually get them to work on this and then work here. And you will have to work long hours now. Rup. Bam. That should help with that. All the safety improvements you can get. Safe environment, safe environment, safe environment. Everyone works in a safe environment here. Safe. Which means no strike. People striking, not good for us. Actually, really, really not good for us. That's putting it mildly. We are getting close to the limit of wood though, so we have like 10 of them and we need 25, which means another 15 of them. Then we are prepared for what's to come. Also, it means we can kill the workforce here and just use those workers on the actual structure. So my genius plan goes. Assuming that there's no, you know, after stage where it's like, now you need like 200 more of them. That would kind of suck ass. To put it mildly. 18. Let's go to 20 and then sit until my resources have recovered a bit from what I have been doing here. Stolen chemicals. Sir, a large amount of benzol, a flammable solvent, was stolen from the stores. Overseers want to look for it. Yeah, please do it. It's actually a very high risk situation we have here. If that thing is flammable, then just say this construction site is not safe at all. No reason to take that risk to the next level, let's just say. That wouldn't be pleasant at all. Actually, while we're at it, yeah, still no. I actually reduced you already. Too bad. I was kind of hoping there would be some more extra people for me to send in. But what we can do, of course, is go for generator, ventilation plant. Build another one of those so that we can actually, you know, make more people safe. Air. Do we have any patients here? We have. Send them home, please. Don't let us go! Sir, if I'm sent back, the company will stop paying me. I'll never had her back in my life. You just did. Fine, for the moment you can stay. I'll try it another time. Bloody fucking... Those ungrateful people. What does the... reduce the cost of steam exchangers. Yeah, we don't really need many of those though. We don't really need additional foragers, boosted forager cards. I guess we could go for the advanced fishing harbor so that we get even more free food, raw food. Free food, yeah, free food, sure. Raw food that we can actually make use of. What's going on, my people? Demon Ring! People might get hurt, discontent will rise. Will reopen in 24 hours. I don't think the fucking teetotalers have any right to complain. Explorer, we found some runaway workers. The workers tell us that site, under any human conditions, slave trade. That kinda sounds like me. A very nice boss, and they are on a nice little trip on their own free time, and 50 more workers though. Oh fuck, I need that. Can't resist the allure of 50 people, even if they're probably going to just strike and be little bitches about everything, but still, that's a lot of workers. We could really fucking use. I mean, you know, the site is not going to build itself. Quite literally not. How much ahead are we actually? Around the day at this point. It ain't bad. 50 fucking workers though. That's going to help a lot. Dispensary. Cures gravely ill to ill with potent chemicals. Will have built the dispensary. Treatment can have side effects. You know what, before those people continue complaining and do shit all in my camp, could you now okay, slow down a bit. I guess that wouldn't be too bad of a deal. Although, you know, giving people random chemicals until they're feeling fit again to work is probably not a nice thing to do. Oh yeah, we're actually running out of housing space now. It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It should take care of all of them. And do I actually need more? Would like to get more steam cores, honestly. Raboom! Suddenly we can send them all in. Get 4 more, and they're already ordered. We need 5 more, and we can't order them yet. Don't worry, my homeless people will actually build their own houses. Soonish. Very soonish. Off of the bluffs. Discontent rise, you'll have to 2 days to pass the strike busting. And you can. The work will remain closed until the next day. Demands might escalate. Trade to peace to have extra rations. Peace to have double rations. Discontent will rise greatly. Workplace strike will fall. I guess that could have went better, but it also could have got worse. So, well, all in all, I'd say good deal. I mean, they can't really complain. They work in a completely safe environment. They work in a safer environment than I. Fuck's sake. Okay, reduce those numbers. Oh wait, actually we do have people sitting around doing shit all, so I guess putting them to sit around in the factory is probably better. I don't really need those though. Oh, I can just set up the next one apparently. That's great. If I can do those at the same time. It only means we need the core. It's probably also a good idea to produce a few more so I can actually set up some structures for that. Some safety structures. And then as soon as you're off work, people, you can actually get yourself seated with that. Build your own house. And how much wood is that? And science. Really doesn't feel that like there's much of a need for us to invest much in the science any longer. Honestly, as long as we can keep things going at this rate. Are your safety procedures on there? Will however have to work long hours. So to say. Okay, what wrong? You an arson plot. Strikers will rise, kill them, 5 focus will die, discontent will rise greatly. You build the prison. You have 2 days to pass the penal colony. Build the penal colony. Great. Okay, we have to do a lot of things. Actually, let's free up some workers at least so they can start building things again. That should help somewhat. Yeah, there they come. Building shit up so that nobody has to sit outside and freeze. Great start indeed. And have you people finally managed to build all the homes? Up from one apparently. Okay. Still yet have managed to fill all of them somewhere away. It's not good. Don't really like it. Looks bad. Oh well, what can I do? The price we pay. Prices we pay indeed. Oh look, it's actually building up nicely here, isn't it? So I was supposing some... Our one is finished. 2 days left. Conditions deadly. 3 toxic gases, 1 safety procedure space. Yeah, because the things are not working at the moment. Not a problem. They will be working soon. Okay, let's plan for 5 more of those. Don't really see any need for that though. I guess as soon as those are finished, we can actually start building the bloody core. Oh right, that's the problem. The dispensary is actually built, but it's not fucking equipped with anything. Explains why the people are still complaining. I was kind of wondering for that for a second. Oh, I kind of sent my people to the wrong side, didn't I? Okay. Turn around, you just, I walked for a day in the wrong direction, but... And next we need strike busting and we need the penal colony. Don't really like the idea of just defeating the people. Spreading anxiety. Rise, beat some sense on the temple, get hurt, discontent will fall. Beat them! But don't worry, once you're actually in here, you will get some extra rations so you get to work again faster. A very nice thing, isn't it? First you beat them up, then you will be like, okay, now that your legs are broken and you sit around and can do shit all, here, take some nice extra food. Aren't you happy that I'm your ruler? They're like, no, not really, but thanks anyway, Massa. Your suffering is great. Pleases me oh so greatly. First snow. Late. Getting colder. It's That's a very well-known problem along, you know, the lines of good old-fashioned Frostpunk. Snow. Fucking snow. Lots of it, actually. You like it, though. And do we still have places available here? We don't, actually. We don't have any reason to do anything with that, though. Yeah, we're just gonna sit here nice and relaxedly and go at it. We do, however, kind of run out of raw food to process. Those 50 extra workers are kind of fucking with me, though. Yeah, we're gonna have to go for 2 standards at this point, because I think actually our food economy is... now it's okay. Coal economy is still okay. We have 26 vacant beds still, so we could potentially get ourselves some more workers if need be. Well, I guess for now we can just wait. I mean, we quite literally don't have much of a choice. Choose advantage work progress by 10% and costs 5 steam exchanges. So we do have a reason to build steam exchangers, technically speaking. For 16 steel. Okay, build me like 10, or what was it, 12 is probably more sensible. Now then, we need the strike busting first. And secondly, we need the prison thing, penal colony. Boudoir photography. Sir, one of our people received a passionate letter from a lady friend together with a highly suggestive photograph. Are we to allow this shameless debauchery? Whenever I slightly... The man is fucking jerk-off material, Jesus Christ. I'm a fucking tyrant, not a... I don't even know what I was about to compare that to, but that seems one step too far. I mean, come on. We aren't monsters. Oh, well, it's not that much of a monster. Since we still have some people sitting around, I guess I can send them in here. For a moment, how is progress going? 99. Okay, next in line, we need ourselves a core. Which can house a whooping 50 fucking people. Oh, there's Edos Kid, you're nice. This is working out. I feel it in my bones. I'll also supercharge the steam exchangers used at construction site to speed up work on the generator. It runs this work for 20% and costs 5. How many did I order? Well, enough. I could fire that off if things actually get rough. Okay. Okay so far. Okay, we have like 20 of those. I probably want to have like 20 of those too. Some feel suspicious that I will need more of them too, but... The beginning of the end. Change of plans. Sir, a telegram from London. We're going to be cut off. The frost is coming sooner than expected. Royal Meteorological Society warns that the sea will freeze in 12 days. Stopping all navigation and fishing. We will seize all shipments in 10 days. Start stockpiling materials and food. The evacuation by an icebreaker is planned in 18 days. It is imperative that you complete the generator by then. Good luck. You must finish the generator by day 45. I'm reasonably sure we can do this probably before that, if things go well. Still, that's not the most pleasant of situations, because stockpiling has not really been on my list of priorities. For obvious reasons. Wasn't really necessary. 5, 6. Okay, let's build that up then. Probably what we would like to store is coal and food. I mean, it's obvious what you need. And I want to pull like 15 workers away somehow, somewhere. Because I would very much like to have a new team then. Okay, we need to actually research that. I kind of forgot about that. Preparing for the cold. New technology will be shown. Heat. Braziers, heaters, and healthcare isolation. Okay, we have new technology to research. And research it quickly, mind you, because, well, things are gonna get rather horrible. Actually, we do have more foragers. Means we just need to build the building. Already have that researched. But the problem is I would kind of like to go for more workers now, because it feels like we will need them, but housing-wise that's gonna be a bit of a bitch. Well, at least we can still potentially forage for things. Because we need to really pick up the slack we just left. Where's the penal colony?
Hear me! New rules in effect.
And it seems fitting that we start doing this now, when things actually get desperate. Leasing convicts. As long as I get the job done. Rabu. Fire danger. Build fire dampers, requires PLC components, remind when we have the resources. 5. Yeah, we're building them. Not a problem. I think things are still going good. Somewhat. You should start with food rations. Plus 450. Next one is going to be for coal, I think. Okay, we have everything for the generator. Do we need more of them? No, but the carts would be neat so they can actually go a bit faster. Foraging seems like a rather useful thing. If, you know, things get surprisingly cold. Is it this time, people? Discontent will rise, motivation will fall slightly. Yeah. Investigate. Don't fucking play around with it in the open, for fuck's sake, people. Okay, we're building up food. Good start. We probably also want to build up coal because I can already imagine that generator for some mystical reason eating coal.
Work day is over. Remember to stow the tools.
Now we want the infirmary though. Kinda, but it's also costing a lot of things to actually build it up. Heaters. And also use heaters to heat workplaces during working hours. Each heater raises the workplace temperature by 1 and consumes 1 coal power. Braziers. Using 3 coal power. Not ideal. But if my people freeze, work is gonna be a bitch. Still though, work is progressing rather neatly. Oh, they built the penal colony. Site 120, finally found it, and just in the nick of time because we have like 1 day left for that. Oh, they built me my penal colony, please. Do it, people. You want it. I know it. Hey, motivation is high. People love me for employing, basically, actual slaves at this point. Seems rather fitting if you ask me. Now, could you start building those here up too? That would be, well, basically. Very much so. Team exchangers and steel composites. Take the fucking crates. Now, with those crates in mind, deliver them, please. And coal. Coal. Yeah, I have 3 coal and hunger for food at the moment. The evening is too short. Okay, some resources, that's neat. And some snowy hills. Wait a second. I actually have to site 120. Get to the storage construction site. We already took everything we could use. Site has been destroyed by a violent rebellion. Ah, okay. Unburied bodies lie everywhere. We found no survivors. Peeking into the generator pit, we saw even more bodies scattered at the bottom. Judging from the closest, most of the victims were engineers. All buildings are ruined, gutted for fire, blah blah blah. Okay. Basically, what would happen to me if I, you know, overdo it with the necessities of with my people. I'm surprised how much of a pain in the ass those people are. Yes, that's what I was about to say. Our last hope. We are the last hope, apparently. Yeah, no pressure at all. No pressure at all. Totally safe. And good. But truly splendid. Yep. Yep. Okay, build me 3 more of those, then we have 10. Oh, 10 is a bot. Uh-huh. I see you, little bot. I will take care of you. Soon. Us. Why do we have homeless people? Have my people decided to multiply while I wasn't looking? Was it just that the convicts are now counted as homeless? Maybe that would be kind of strange. Let's not think about that too deeply, shall we? Oh, that looks horrible. And now for some nice human engineering. Oh, I see. So that's what happened. So all the people we actually take away to be convicts are smacked up from the outside, eh? Yeah, 1, 2. Fill out those again. We have coal. Let's change it to coal. Fire dampers, sir. We have now resources to build the fire dampers in the core, which will limit the damage of fire breakdowns. Build them. Will you people go on your little journey? I speak to the nice, I think, French people. It was. Oops. One step too far. Then we can probably reduce the number of workers here to 10. They would kind of like to build me these 10 of them. Would you people stop complaining? Sir, the head of CIA is here to discuss with you the expansion of the penal industrial corporation. Look, workers love nothing more than to steer trouble. Could arrest the most rebellious ones for slacking off or minor theft or whatever and move them to the penal colony. You'll have 2 days to pass the roundups. Motivation will pay. I can pass another law. I don't think I'm going to do it though. Sounds like a bit of a horrible deal actually. And we're so close. 4 days ahead of schedule. We're actually gaining now. I need some gains here. I need like 2 more of you and give me steam cores. So whatever happens, we need to be prepared. If we should lose some engineers now, that would actually be rather deadly for us. Explore. Take some resources. And there's nothing else out here. Okay, then go to the small waterfall. On your way back. Do try to not die. I mean, the resources are not really a problem. How do we even, you know, I want to manage this? That is the question. Comes down what the last part is. Oh, is it finished? Oh no, there's a fire, isn't there? There's a fucking... Who the fuck? Ah, don't destroy my core. Do you know how much money it takes to build that thing? Fire in the core. Sounds of explosions come from the generator. And then there are voices. A fire broke out in the nearly finished core. Many workers are trapped inside. We can evacuate them, but if the fire is allowed to spread unchecked, it will destroy the core, forever cripple the generator. Use the fire dampness to put the fire out. Many workers will be gravely injured, some progress on the core will be lost. I'm not gonna cripple my fucking generator, you idiots. If we actually lose sight of what we're actually here to do, namely building the fucking generator, that'll be a bit counterproductive, I'd say. Okay, you try to heal my people. Can I send my people home now? Okay, they didn't like getting deceived. But seriously, what am I supposed to be doing here? I'm kinda on a schedule, you know? I'm just saying, we're a bit on a schedule here. I think now 2 more is enough. Can you build me like 5 more of those? I feel like we might need those. Is that street not built yet? Come on. Build shit, people. Makes you wonder what takes them so long sometimes, doesn't it? Okay, we actually have 3 people just sitting around. Let's take those and make sure. Could you people stop fucking with my plans? Just a second. That would be most pleasant. Work time. Work time. No, what did we also needed? Personalized self-ability users, blah blah, to keep convicts out of medical facilities. Bodies of convicts will be disposed of in the foundation of the generator. General promotion. Promotes 5 workers to engineers, motivation will rise slightly. Shift. How do we want to? Roundups. That's the one we needed.
Regulations change.
How is my progress? Who's gonna order 20 convicts? So if you order more convicts, you need to build prisons. Okay, that's good to know. Actually, can I see this actually in the prison? Ah, I can see it. Oh, 25 even. That's neat. Even 5 more than you said. Still pretty good deal, I'd say. But then again, you know, we are pretty well situated at the moment. I don't feel the need to get more. What I would like to get is some more engineers to fill out your places. We'll have to keep that in mind. Why the fuck are you people slacking off? That's why you're slacking off. I see. That was my mistake. Do apologize. Well, I can build one. And overseer station. That does mean that we need more, though. Where is it? There it is. Fits neatly, doesn't it? Grateful Father. Discontent Thoughts. That is good. As soon as that street is built, hopefully my people will stop sleeping outside, because they're, well, you know, just the smallest bit of idiots. Okay, that was, yeah. I have to get the suspensory fully locked. 2 more workers up here. And now we actually need to face that problem, because that will require engineers, doesn't it? Yes, it does. I guess we're gonna order some more engineers. How many can I get? 5. Okay, let's order some more convicts, because we actually do have some space left. Explorer. I can't give you any resources that I don't have, you idiots. I was kind of trying to be sneaky about it, you know, take the resources back home, then meet with them and go like, resources? I don't know about any resources. Of course not. Partly the game decided that being sneaky is not okay. People, have you built the street? What if should we have? We still manage to somehow have people that do not have a hole, eh? That's impressive. Most definitive things are getting a bit more uncouth, but I don't think anyone's gonna complain about that too much. Actually, you know what? Let's keep a few workers to actually finish that little building project of ours. Because apparently the nights are not any longer long enough. Oh, it's gonna get colder. Soonish. And then how much coal? It's not bad. And get almost all of the things warm. Why did I knew this would happen? Yeah, pull one away from here, and pull one away from here, and to put you two in there. And hopefully things are going to work. Okay. Far so good, so truly nice and dandy. Oh, toxic acid concentration will fall. Yeah, that's a nice prediction. Radiator extensions. That sounds splendid. Splendid indeed. And it feels like we're not making enough food yet, honestly. Really like to find another place where I can forage for a while. Seems like a cold wind is coming in. That's not good. Don't fucking freeze more people. I could kinda, you know, get annoyed with that. Oh look, another side. I mean, I can see that, but it really takes forever, doesn't it?
Get to your workplaces now.
Oh boy. I mean, for the moment everything seems good. Not for the constant complaining, that is. Yeah, we're still far enough ahead. I think we can actually afford that. Okay. Raise the temperature around any brazier by 2 levels at the cost of doubling its coal use. Also see the sweet workplaces. Yeah, let's get all of the heating done. Let's put more convicts in here. More engineers in here. Young engineer who introduced himself as Effie McLachlan. Take them to a camp means more people. Take over the resources. Sure. Take them in. What could possibly go wrong? Oh boy. Yes. More raw food. Actually feel that food's gonna be a problem. Don't be discontent. Horrible things will happen to you if you start being discontent with me. Can't really get the motivation up any longer, sadly enough. We do get enough tents, hopefully, for all the people. Kinda hard to keep them all happy. Mostly because they're little bitches and complaining all the time about this, that, and other nonsense. And please, Masa, give me home. I don't want to freeze. I'm like, wasn't that cold anyway? A while ago. Yes, I've been getting rather cold. Rather chilly. One might say. Roop. Roop. Should help with that problem, hopefully. And the discontent falls ever fall. Ever forster lead. At least we have a nice amount of coal, at least. Or we could do with more. Also, we are kind of highly reliant on getting that in through shipping, and you know, the shipping is going to stop at some point in the near future. Which is just frankly a bit of a problem. Actually, do I still have some engineers available? I do. So I guess getting more people in is probably not a good idea. Really not a good idea.
The work shift starts. Move.
There is nothing out there. There are only 2 more sites down here. See if we can find any more raw food. Food and coal are the both of the 2 things that I kinda fear are going to fuck with us. Nationalized healthcare. Servitude. Panopticon. New ability. Forced labor. Forced labor will multiply by 2 the efficiency of workplace employed. Only convicts. Let's go for some easier to swallow things for the moment.
Are in place.
It's almost done anyway. Honestly, there's no real reason to go that hard. Okay, we have coal. We have food, and food. Sadly enough, I don't think that's going to fill up that easily. Hammer people. Well, I guess more people want servitude. Well, I mean, they don't want to, but you know, they will get it. Assemble the generator. Now erected 2 parts of turbo hull, which will make up the central part of the generator. After it's done, the generator will... Fucking knew there would be another part to this. 2 thermal hulls, which take 25 steam exchangers and 10 steel composites. Yeah. 25 steam exchanges, was it? Okay, we have 15, so 10 more steam exchanges. Well, at least my people are not gonna die of fucking suffocation in the mine. That's neat. And steel composites. That's not the right building. Also not the right building. I can almost afford all of it. Not really do much about that right now. It was rising. Me, no security outpost in range. Oh, do I need to upgrade this to a security outpost? That explains shit. Yeah, where was it? I was about to say, it seems rather strange. I'm pretty damn sure I had some people going for that.
All employees, leave your workplaces in order.
Build it up, build it up, build it up. I believe in you. Do it in this night. No, that's better. You should have enough time to do it.
Hear me. New rules in effect.
Now we need to build that thing, which costs just a measly 100 steel out of nowhere. That's great. No. Only need more steely thingies. I have 2, I'm producing 5, which is 7, which means 3 more. Okay, 1 more. Now, one, there's nothing here. No 7, I don't even care. Just go there, collect shit. Hopefully find some raw food that you can send home, because that would really be appreciated. Make that a long shift. I'm employing somewhere workers where they're not needed. I am. Alarming rumors. For the moment, let them talk. Not shake the boat. Let's not. I mean, we are producing a nice amount of coal, but it still seems rather lacking, honestly. Yeah. Ventilation plants are kind of costing me a lot. If I were to shut one down... +3 through ventilation plants. +2 ventilation plants. Okay, so even let's say I cut off the last one. People are still happy. We're gonna make more coal. If I shut off the last one, going like whoop. Unhealthy. Okay, so having one run for the whole day should do well. Should do well indeed. Yes. All things well and truly good. It also means that we should now make a nice amount of coal again. Yep, we are. I also see that's gonna get cold again. Blah. Okay, we found some food rations. That's good. Taking those home is of course a priority, although not the most important one. So far so good. Okay, the 2 more are actually planned, which means we can soon begin building the last terminal. Well, we can start building it, that is, because, you know, it's gonna take a while, but I'm getting there. One game. Oh, make me click everything double. And we have a new day. Labor does make nice progress. We'll be finished in 22 hours. Build. Still need 5 more exchanges though. It's actually not wanting to shut you down though. Any mistake there. Rise, strike rise will fall permanently. Workers may disappear from time to time. At least no strike in the last minute to screw over my plans. Okay, could you stop spawning new fates all the time? At least give me one that gives me food. That would be both appreciated at this fucking point.
Attention all personnel. Work is over for today.
Sadly, it's gonna get colder, isn't it? I mean, for the moment, the natural insulation that we have is actually enough. lot of resources. And I want to send them back home because they do have a few nice things going with them, but I don't know. Actually, I should also probably go for some more science. Let's upgrade the bracers even further because I kind of feel like we need them. Classic creation.
Rules and regulations have changed.
That costs a lot of shit. What the literal... Okay. It's an interesting building. The Panopticon.
Brace yourself.
Suddenly it's like, eh, it's gotten a bit colder, isn't it? Yeah, just a bit chilly, you know. Nothing to worry about. Actually, realistically, nothing to worry about too much. Yeah, since the advanced work by 20. Yeah, but we do need the other one first. Means we need 25 of them. Them little ones. New. Build it. Build it now. Now we need some more steam exchanges. Then that would be enough for 2 advancements by 20%. Okay, and since you people have quite literally nothing to do right now, apart from sitting around and playing with your... oh, whatever. Tension grows. Discontent will rise. Let's just hope for the best, I suppose. Yes, because hope is getting us so far. Oh boy. Feel motivated, my people. Feel indeed very motivated. This constant monitoring of convicts working on construction site. Status dead. No, we really can't afford to. No, 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 no. We're not going to start with any such nonsense. More food rations. Deceive them and take their food. It worked. French are not the smartest cookies in the book, aren't they? They're really not the smartest cookies in the book. More healthcare insulation because that's free and doesn't cost me any coal. We've reached the upper limit of logistical abilities allowed to us. We should use it. Yeah, send me some more steam cores. I mean, I'm happy with the amount of workers we have. We could probably get a few more to fill out everything to max, but I don't really feel like there's much of a reason to do so. With 1% left. I thought they would leave, but no, they finished. They finished in time. Much pleasantries were had this day. 5 days. Yeah, I think we're gonna win this. And we need to build engineer lodgings. And since my people do have some free time, you know, free time as in time to build your shit up if you don't want to freeze. Okay, we have all of that checked out, which leaves the storehouse. Okay, let's do one more long way around. Bling, bling. Makes me wonder actually, how many engineers do I have? 57. One of them can house 8. Yeah, and I have 5. That's 40 all right.
Listen, everybody. New regulations.
Okay. So I need like 2... Nah, technically speaking I need 3 more houses, which is a bit of a pain problem. And the people are like, but what about my content? Yeah, I don't care. Those 25 steel though. Pricey. For just, you know, a broken house, mind you. What is it this time? Long hours of toil. You always complain about that. Come the fuck on. We don't have the time nor the energy to care about that. Because technically speaking I need like 2 more. That should technically take care of all of my engineers. I also have more steam costs, which means we might actually want to... Yeah, I don't really want to invest into the things though. Yeah. Last order, last order. Give me more steam costs. Proof heaters raise the temperature of workplace by 2 levels. Each heater consumes 2 coke per hour. Actually, wait a second. Resources. Can we get... Here we can get the charcoal kiln, which would help us produce more coal. Since coal will be a very damn deciding factor, that would probably be not a bad idea. Send all the sick home. Feed those we can actually get back again. Because work is important. Hey people, look, short shift is an option. He will never get short shift.
Rules are in place.
But of course people will think they will. There's a coal pile at the top of the map. Oh, you're right, actually is. Could potentially start working on that at least. I not really did. I mean, there's a lot of coal here. That's probably going to be enough actually if I get the charcoal kiln a bit later. Sure, not inside the papers. Busted. Contact lost. Well, shit. Okay, maybe being just greedy doesn't always work out, but well, what can we do? We know about the coming storm. No, but yeah, let's slow the progress a bit. Go for long working hours. I know you hate that, but that's just how it is, and we don't really need that though.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming.
And now it's suddenly getting a bit more freezing. Well, in the workers' apartments, that is. Well, sadly, if I take a look down at my watch, I've kind of overstayed my welcome a bit. We'll have a long day ahead of me. I guess we'll finish this one tomorrow, sadly enough. Yes, I can, indeed. What a very well-fitting name. So, for the moment, sad as it is, and it actually saddens me because I was actually getting really into it, I will have to bid you adieu for the moment. Thanks for dropping by. It is, as always, highly appreciated. And let's see. As for easily able ones, we have the little bot dropping by and going all bot. Thanks very much. He also did follow. That is also something worthy of thanks. And next in line we have the strategy member coming along, rambling most profoundly. And last but not least in the line, we have the Larasen coming by and giving some advice. And it's also very much appreciated. Always nice to have some help along the way to do good things. And I do promise that I will finish this. Make great what we have started here, basically. And yeah, as for everybody else on the more lurking side of things, people just like myself, do feel appreciated too. Pat yourself on the shoulder for a job well done on this fine day. And yeah, I think everything else we can talk about tomorrow, as in, well, basically the same starting time as today, but hopefully with a bit more finishing the touches of this particular scenario. We're almost there. It's not that far of a journey any longer, luckily enough, I hope. Well, either that or we're all gonna freeze to death, which is also an option, but they can't really fire me if they're all starved to death and freezing now, can they? I see a nice option out of, you know, my contract there. But yeah, for the moment, once again, bye bye.